speaker, Mr. Dilip Shinoy. He is a seasoned banker having 15 years of work experience. If you want to leave, yes, no problem. Those want to leave, yes. Because we are doing live recording also, so when we publish on YouTube, so that would be advantage for the entire country. So Mr. Dilip Shinoy is a seasoned banker. He has a 15 years of experience into investment, you can say wealth management, those who are basically high-tech, we can say personal banking, then wealth management. So today he'll share his basically journey from, you can say banker to a independent financial advisor now, because he has decided to quit bank and he has started his own financial advisory firm. So what was the decision? Why he has to take a decision to quit the banking, and now why he is starting his own organization?
I think you should clap for yourself first, because you are the future of this country. The last session when Kayur Shah got this organized, I was here, and it was a very critical phase in my life. I was in the process of deciding whether I should quit or not, right? I came here, I sat only for half the day. I was convinced in 5 minutes. I was convinced in 5 minutes because I saw each of you here, and I felt that I belonged here, right? I was your competition earlier. I was with ICICI Bank, that was my last role. I used to handle the Thane territory for ICICI Wealth across 2,000 clients, 10 RMs. I was a support function for the RMs. The book size was close to about 300 crores. And I took the challenge of entering Thane 2 years back, where equity was not sold. Thane is a very conservative area, Maharashtrians typically, right? Maharashtrians are I'm a semi-Maharashtrian by nature as well. So I had the challenge of selling equity, and my RMs, they are all from IIMs, fresh MBA recruits, so they didn't have much of knowledge. Just to give you a background, I come from a family of bankers. My father was with Syndicate Bank, was a director in Syndicate Bank. I'm a GSB. We are known for being in banking. I never wanted to be in banking, honestly. I was born and brought up in Mumbai. I did my BCom. I tried my stint with CA, did not succeed. Then I did my MBA from Somaya. My first job was that of a web administrator in a .com company. So that was my first job. I quit that in a year's time and I joined banking. I joined HSBC in the year 2003. I joined HSBC, that was the year when I was getting married. I joined at a very basic level. My salary was 7,000 rupees per month. At that point of time, I was also working with IDBI Bank. I was earning 10,000 rupees. I took a big call in my life. I took a risk. I joined an MNC because I wanted to understand the culture of MNCs. Because what's Sunada, Syndicate Bank, public sector bank, you know how the mindset is, right? So MNCs was the thing that I wanted to be in. In the span of three years, I got 2 promotions. In fact, I got a double promotion. Not because I did very well, I did extremely well. So from a 7,000 rupees per month salary, why I'm telling you this is, I'll come to it. I would want to share my experience so that when you go out of this room, you'll be able to understand customer psyche and how you can, be sharp in asking questions to clients. So from a 7,000 salary, can anyone imagine what was my next salary per month? 45,000 rupees. I got a double promotion in HSBC. I was introduced to the CEO Mrinalal Kidwai. Mrinalal Kidwai, saying that this is a guy who has seen 3 promotions in the span of 5 years. Then I moved to Axis Bank as a wealth manager. I had barely 3 or 4 clients. In a year's time, I did 12.5 crores mutual fund AUM. I acquired some 40 clients in Axis Bank. From that moment, I moved to ICICI Bank as an investment specialist, as a support function for RMs. And the rest is history. So let us understand what we have been doing in the last 1.5 decade, 15 years. We all know SEBI, everybody's covered that. I don't want to repeat it. Actually, wealth management for HNIs and in banking started with Citibank. Citibank was the first bank who started wealth management in India. I was in HSBC 2003. Like I said, I was earning 7,000 rupees per month. What HSBC did was at that point of time, they hired Citibank RMs at 10 lakhs salary annually. And I was odd. I was like, wow, these guys are earning 10 lakhs. I'm earning 1.44 a year. This is where I want to be. And that is the time I started listening to them. They were quite knowledgeable. They were all MBA guys and so on and so forth. And I started having this habit of attending AMCs, seminars, etc., and picking up those one-liners from fund managers. This I started speaking with my clients. So, what has been traditional wealth management in India? Obviously, advice from fathers or relatives. My uncle is a finance guy. वो हमको advice करता है. Finance guy क्या करते हो? Oh, he's an accounts clerk in railways. You know, that's the understanding of people in terms of investing. Advice from CA, tax planning. Tip from my trained friend. 840 की लोकल पकड़नी है. आजू-बाजू में कोई बात कर रहा है. अरे ये शेयर खरीदो, वो शेयर खरीदो. My insurance advisor, I plan for my children's education sufficiently. My RM from my bank, did I mention he is the 5th in 2 years? You know, this is very, very critical, because if this is where you can tap, I think you have done your job. I'll come to you why I have quit and why I have started on my own. My estate agent, my chai wala, even when the markets touch a huge amount, you will have a lot of Nostradamus. Does anyone know about Nostradamus? Nostradamus is the one who predicts future. So when the market touches an X amount, everybody says abhi market 50,000 jayega, 20,000 jayega. So there will be a lot of Nostradamus. Even the chai wala will tell you, sir, Nifty abhi 50,000 jayega, right? So there are many people who will give you advices on this front. Our investing DNA. It is very important to understand client psyche. Client का psyche जो है वो बहुत important है और change नहीं होता है. DNA is very difficult to change. Many a times clients don't have money, they have money, they don't have time. Time नहीं है, sign करो. Where do I sign? Products pushed by distributors. Sometimes it is obligatory. अरे मेरा somebody just mentioned my nephew has become a LIC agent, उसे ले लो. Paper tigers. This is very important. We used to do a lot of risk profiling in HSBC. The advantage of joining HSBC was I could understand how wealth management business is globally. Right? They had a 6-step sales process in 2003-2004, the one which is also included in CFP. So we had an exposure to 6-step sales process. It is a very critical way of probing a client. It's not about product push, it is about understanding the complete family demographics, the financial net worth of a client. I want maximum return with no risk. ये बहुत लोग आपके पास आएंगे, अरे मुझे रिटर्न बहुत चाहिए लेकिन रिस्क नहीं लेना है. So this is the mindset of Indian investor. Informed or overload, but lack of knowledge. Somebody mentioned today about digital age and so on and so forth. Yes, today there is tons and tons of information available on site. आपने एक fund recommend किया, value research में उसका डाल दिया, customer को पता है कि उसका fund क्या है. But the thing is, information is different from knowledge. There is a difference. How do you apply that information for your requirement, for your needs? Information overload also is very dangerous. It tends to confuse you, right? So, जितना आप खुद को simple रखोगे, उतना customer convince भी होगा. You need to keep things very simple in life. Do not complicate. Can anyone? This is the danger to your wealth. Any guesses for I?
मैं खुद कर लूँगा. I myself will do it.
No.
I know everything.
Overconfidence.
I
know
everything. I know it.
I know.
No. It's not me. That's for sure.
Inflation or interest?
Exactly, inflation. And somebody mentioned, I think Ashish Kumar mentioned that people have a vague understanding of inflation. CBDT के हिसाब से 100 is the base index and 80. Today it was 1054 or something. If you actually calculate a CAGR thing, it comes to roughly about 7%. That is wholesale price index, which is an outdated method of calculating inflation. What we have today in India is consumer price index and lifestyle inflation, which is very, very critical. This is a silent killer, friends. It will kill your money, and this is something which you need to educate to the clients, right? Reduce career spans, very, very dangerous thing. I was, one of the reasons which influenced my decision to move out of banking was, I was in a particular bank, I don't want to name the bank. My super bosses, regional heads, etc., they're in the age category of 45, right? They also happen to be from scheduled banks, etc. They got letters at their desk, perform or perish. Why? Because today there are IIM recruits available at maybe 1/3 the salary. So in India, there's a huge population, young population waiting for jobs, and organizations will always, do away with experienced people. It's the easiest way. Somebody said, 2008, I have sacked 4 officers of mine, and it is not an easy job. Trust me, it is not an easy job. So that psyche is there, right? So there's insecurity feeling is always there. Evolution, there are a lot of products which are there. 90, SEBI came in, then you have a lot of other products, mutual fund started, ETF started, private equity is something which was the flavor rather, and millions of other dynamic factors. Very important to constantly evolve yourself. I was not that great in wealth management when I started off, but I understood that किसी को पता है advertisements 10-20 सेकंड के क्यों होते हैं?
और सेकंड चालू होता
Cost is one factor.
They have to deliver a message in a short.
Attention span जो होता है, attention span किसी का भी, हमारा किसी का भी, attention span is not more than 10-15 seconds. So you have to give that impact. That is why advertisements are so short. Because एक attention span जो होता है, वो एक बार distract हो गया तो फिर you are not. So when you are speaking to clients, use this theory. I learned this in MBA. A sales guy from Videocon told me this theory. Use the ... question mark theory. आप ज़्यादा बात मत करना. You speak 2 sentences, end the 3rd sentence with a question to just get the client back, because finance is a very, very dry subject. No, it is a dry subject. The minute you start talking about inflation, etc., nobody is going to understand the thing about it, especially your clients. So use the ... question mark theory. This will help you in terms of probing. The more the client speaks, the more he opens up. That is where you will be able to understand where are his other monies invested, etc., etc. You ask questions like, what is your time frame for this money? This by far, in my experience, has been the most challenging question, and nobody ever has been able to pinpoint what is his exact time frame for this money. He'll come and tell me, "Arey, markets are 29,000, chalo dal de paisa." I'll ask him, "Sir, is it 5-year money?" "Haan, 5-year money, 5-year money." 5% market drop ho gaya, "Arey, paisa nikal de." Then this is a challenge. A client is always volatile, right? And what is your debt equity ratio? Many a times, even if after having planners, many clients don't understand this question. Sir, आपका जो liquid net worth asset है, उसमें debt equity split क्या है? आपने देखा है कभी? So how do you know what is your liquid financial asset? What is your hard-earned money earning for you? If you're 100% FD, you're earning 6%, right? So this is a very critical question. How much percentage do you save annually? We saw that, in India it is 30% to GDP that everybody saves. How much money is your money making for you? When did you last rebalance your portfolio? ये question तो अगर आपने कोई banker, many clients of yours will be banking with banks, right? They will have 4 or 5 banks. They will have 4 or 5 RMs. They are not going to invest only through you. In banks, the challenge is when I took over as an investment specialist, I have actually transferred clients' monies from places like Anand Rathi and so on and so forth. There was a client, I'll give you an example of a client. The client is himself a wealth manager in the US. He has a business named Kuber Finance. He caters to a lot of NRI doctors, very intelligent guys who invest in India, and he invests their money in India. And I was in Axis Bank. I saw his portfolio. Anand Rathi ka portfolio. 2 crores mutual fund ka portfolio. Can you guess how many schemes?
40-50.
Who said that?
5.
Bang on. 40-50 schemes. Can you guess his risk profile? He's a South Indian, Tamilian, Iyer. My wife is an Iyer, by the way. His risk profile is a conservative risk profile. Sundaram Select Mid Cap. I asked him, "Sir, do you manage wealth for US guys?" He said, "Yes." "What are you doing in a Sundaram Select Mid Cap?" I don't know. I mean, there is so much of mismatch. In banks, it is just banks or wealth management, it's more of product push. This is an opportunity for all of us. If you are able to give or map clients' goals to the time horizon and give a very trustworthy advice, he is going to open his wallet share. You are going to penetrate more wallet share than, many a times the clients used to ask me, "Dilip, you're really good, but how long are you going to be in the bank?" That is the day I realized, boss, I have a huge market. I have a huge market. If I'm able to prove to the client that I am there for them for the next 10 years, 15 years, or for the lifetime, they're going to bank with me and not bank with a bank. This is a philosophy which I use, which perhaps you can also use. Any guesses what this is? 6, 9, 12, 15.
6 months liquidation.
6, 9, 12, 15 are the return scenarios. You know, when you ask a client what is the time frame and if he's confused, this will help you probably direct him to where you want him to be, right? 6 is nothing. 6% is basically your post-tax FD returns, post-tax maybe short-term, ultra-short-term. These are basically liquidity, working capital, contingency funds. तो अगर कोई कस्टमर बोलता है मुझे 6 महीने का पैसा है, 1 साल का पैसा है, सर आपको इसमें सिर्फ 6% ही मिल सकता है. Don't dream of getting 25% equity returns. This is not for you. Do not park this money into equities. 9, obviously 8.7 PPF, one of the best investments. It acts as a wealth preserver, right? It is also inflation adjusted because interest rate is nothing but compensation for inflation. The government is giving you interest rates because it is just compensating you for inflation. 12, I handled a lot of clients, ex-finance directors with Reliance, etc., etc. Whenever I said mutual fund, they never realized there is something else to mutual fund and equities. I was doing the financial planning for a client, a lady, in Axis Bank in the cabin, the priority cabin that was there. I didn't realize there was a guy also sitting, and there were RMs used to share. This guy happened to be equity head institutional for ILFS, right? And he overheard me talking about bond funds, and he was upset. He said, nobody spoke to me about this in Axis Bank. Nobody told me that this is the service available. Can you imagine somebody who is handling equities? Obviously, I don't blame him because that has been his core strength. He was not aware of bond funds. In India today, when you talk to clients about mutual funds, nobody is aware of bond funds. 13 lakh crores of mutual fund AUM, out of which 80% of the money is in bond funds. Bond funds is far evolved in the US than in India. And Indian paper also has got very good credit quality. My strategy for the next 2-3 years is going to be pull a lot of FD money. People are overweight on FD, and everybody loves to save tax up. Everybody, there will be not a single Indian who will tell you मेरे को tax बचाना है. So FDs, if you tell a client, sir, आपको कितना पैसा लगेगा next 1 साल में? 1 साल का खर्चा लगेगा, उसको आप liquid में रखिए. Over and above that, why do you want to pay tax to the government? Right? I will give you a similar asset class, maybe a similar credit risk profile, AAA, AA plus, and it will be a diversified portfolio, and it will give you much more tax adjusted return. Average data in the banks is all the average FD, the average maturity holding is 3 years plus. This is the data from banks. I'm telling you from the inside story. That is why the banks offer the best rates around 3 years. That is the way. So if you are able to actually sit with a client and see that 50% भी अगर उसका FD का पैसा आपने debt mutual fund में move किया, there's nothing like it. And today we are in a very, very sweet spot. As we speak, accrual funds are giving 11%. As we speak, dynamic bond funds are giving 14%. 14% return on an asset class which is not at all equity. In 2007-2008, post the subprime thing happening, RBI reduced interest rates by what, 300 basis points? Bond funds in India gave, can you imagine what kind of a return? 27%. 27%. And if people are not educated about bond funds, I think that's an area or an advantage that we have where we can try and educate the clients and move their funds there. Right? So their 3-year money, their 4-year money, if they have a son who is probably going to the US 4 years down the line, their money can easily get into bond funds. He'll make twice the return post-tax of that of an FD. And optimum approach, I think equity in India is a must-have. There is no way you can shy away from equity. But at the same time, entries in equity should be staggered. Exits also in equity should be staggered. Unfortunately, क्या होता है? You have to do a renovation, you have to take a foreign trip, you have to do a child's education fee. The first asset class which comes to my mind for any client is equity. Unfortunately, he will exit from equity, maybe at a good time, maybe at the right time, when he has actually kept this money for his retirement. My mother is retired from Syndicate Bank. She gets a pension of some 10,000 rupees. दो utility bill भरने के काम है. That's a worrying factor, guys. If in India today life expectancy is as good as 75 plus, people are getting retired. At least she was with a public sector bank, she has pension. Private players, I don't know. If people retire at 55, 58, 20 years, how are you going to sustain on a retirement corpus? It's a huge, huge social issue. What China is facing today will face in the next 30 years, when you have a huge aging population. That is why today you have EPFO also investing into equities. Right? The challenge for me today is, I will just end it here. I want to get to a level where I don't have to call clients, people will call me. You know, in HSBC private banking in the US, the RMs are very important. They are called asset allocators. यहाँ पे कैसा है? यहाँ पे आज भी banks में you have to call the client, you have to take appointment and you follow up. In the US, the clients call the RM and say that we need your time, and the time frame is like 2 months, 3 months. My schedule is booked. That is the level each one of us should aspire for. Forget about making X amount of money, but that is the kind of trust that the client should have. You know, today how a doctor has a lot of waiting. I want to see myself sitting in my office and I want to see 10 or 5, 15 people sitting outside waiting to talk to me and adding value to their wealth. Any questions? There are a lot of questions today.
Your call contact address. That will be
I will give you my business card, sir.
So it was a marathon day. We started from morning 9 o'clock. Might be you started 7 o'clock from your home. Okay, or those who are outstation participants, they might started yesterday late evening. And today from morning 9 to evening close to 6:30 or 6:45 we are here. We have listened the some 15 odd good financial plan. Just 2 minutes. We have listened the 15 odd good financial planner, or you can say different category of financial planner, starting from independent advisor to a professional. Third is the banker. So that's how we come to know that if we want to grow in our career, whether we work as an independent financial advisor or whether we work into corporate, we have to change the approach, we have to use the right approach. So today or tomorrow, as Hitesh bhai told that if you need not to watch the market or equity market, print media, so if we are focused on goal-based financial planning with our client and we act as a mentor, because when any participant comes to me, just 1 minute I'll take, any participant comes to me, prosperity participant, and have a lot of queries. So at that time I say that you are doing CAP first time, I have done CAP 200 times. Now tell me, on a one point of time I can explain you what are the benefit of certification, what I can handle a query. But at the end, if you are willing to grow or willing to join, then you have to trust me. So you can also indirectly share this kind of message. Okay, for me it is a full-time business, I am a full-time financial planner. Yes, at a one level I can solve your queries, I can solve your concern, but until you become a financial doctor, even Gopal Agrawal was not understanding any point of time. I said very clearly, sir, right now you will not digest, at right point you will digest. So it is not necessary that person who is having the only non-finance qualification, they may have a problem. People might having a financial qualification, they might have a more problem. So if we act as a mentor, if we ask very clearly, I am your coach or I am a mentor and I will give you a clear-cut guidance and also I will charge the fee. So when we start charging fee, whether regulations say X or whether regulations say Y, that is different. Right now our objective is to basically talk about the fee. Once clients start paying fee and once we have sizable fee coming in place, then we can think of it. Yes, now how we can place ourselves as per the regulatory requirement. But if you start working from day one without charging the fee or without talking the fee, then how can you charge the fee? So it is very important that we have to first basically become a financial planner, talk as a mentor or coach to the client, charge the fee. So once we have 1 year, 2 year in place, automatically we can complete regulatory requirement and grow on career. So thank you very much. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your cooperation. With your help, we have able to conduct the conference. Thank you very much.